Polta who was calling out your name. He seemed ill. I don't suppose you know him.
What? You ran into Taylor? He was in a bad state, wasn't he? Remember the medicine I had you gather ingredients for? I didn't tell you, but it's for him.
You haven't given it to him?
Not yet, but I have a reason. You see, the problem with this medicine is that it only works immediately after it's been concocted. I thought of heading to Polta with the ingredients and brewing it there, but unfortunately the village doesn't have the facilities or equipment I need.
So you're saying that you can only make it here, but at the same time he needs to take it soon after it's made. If you want, it's definitely worth giving it a shot. I might make it in time on my chocobo.
What? You would do that for me?
I can't promise I'll get there fast enough, but if you're willing to try, so am I. Can you mix up a batch now?
Of course I can. If you'll just give me a minute, I'll prepare some right away. I'll bet my reputation that I can fix that curse.
Curse? I thought he had some kind of illness.
It's a curse. Only the one chosen by the angel of Valhalla can reach the temple.
Who are you?
Cardesia sent me. Here, she brewed this for you.
Did you say Cardesia? Oh, finally. I can say goodbye to this cursed life. You don't know how relieved I am.
Just hush and drink it down.
Please, can you tip it toward my mouth so I might have a sip? The goddess is waiting for me.
What do you mean?
Never mind that. Please, I just need a little taste. I've been waiting so long for this. What? Oh, why am I still alive? Is this not poison?
Poison? No, it's medicine.
She didn't tell you anything, did she? Cardesia has felt nothing but hatred toward me all these years. And why wouldn't she? I killed the love of her life. So I told her, if she ever wanted to have her revenge, all she would need to do is to conjure up some poisonous brew and hand it to me. When you approached me with the concoction, I thought it was finally my time to die. If taste could kill, I'd be dead in a second. But this poison has no effect on me. She must be losing her touch.
Why are you so convinced that she was trying to poison you? Maybe the medicine is what she said it was, something to lift the curse from you.
Nope, no way. I've lived a long, long life. There's no way Cardesia would help me see more days. Not after what I did to her. Or perhaps her plan isn't to kill me, but to keep me alive so I can live with the guilt of my deeds. What do you think?
How would I know? All I can say is this. After taking her medicine, you're looking less pale. You seem to be breathing a lot easier, and your pain has gone. Am I wrong?
Huh? Well, now that you mention it... I wish I knew what was going on inside her head. Why would she forgive me? I killed someone she loved. I thought that drinking this concoction would put us both out of our misery. It was supposed to kill me and bring her peace, knowing she had avenged his death.
If you really want to die, no one's stopping you. But you're still here, which would suggest to me there must have been a reason for you to keep going. You've spent years with this burden of a curse. It must have been harder to live than die, but you did choose life. Maybe you were hoping Cardesia would try to kill you. That way you'd escape the pain. But not only that, you'd be free of your guilt. And that would be the only way that she could forgive you. But things have changed. She let you live with the pain, but now she's saved you. I think that means she's letting go of the past.
That's not possible. How could she? Oh, what have I done? Cardesia, my old friend, will you ever be able to forgive me? I beg of you. Being forgiven for such a heinous deed crushes my soul. Oh, killing me would have been far kinder. But instead, she let me live, and I have to respect her decision. I'd better find a way of making these last days count.
Just breathe. Do you need a cure? I hear you got the medicine to Caleb in time.
Yes, but what's this about you trying to poison him?
Oh, he told you about that. Let me explain everything from the beginning. I've known Caleb since we were kids. We called ourselves the Three Musketeers, and we were inseparable.
1 and 1 makes 2. Who was the third?
Someone very special. Caleb's best friend, and the boy I eventually fell in love with. Sadly, the Three Musketeers didn't last very long after that. When Caleb found out about us, he was so hurt. Much more than I thought he'd be.
Oh, Caleb killed him, didn't he?
Yes, in a fit of rage or grief. I lost the love of my life, and shortly after, Caleb became cursed with a disease. Over time, it caught up with me, too. It's hard to believe we were all such great friends.
I don't know what to say.
It's all right, really. I'm okay now. Things have been going well since then. To prove my point, I got to meet your beautiful angel, didn't I? Even if the world ends tomorrow, I'll be able to face it without regret. That's one thing I'm sure of.
In Yusnan, they launch fireworks to...
Hey! What's happening over at Canopus Farms?
Mighty strange. Never heard of anything like that before.
You running off to Luxarian?
Ran off. More like it.
I'm detecting large infusions of chaos in the area. They're all over Canopus Farms.
Why would chaos suddenly appear across a single village like that? I have to check it out.
This is not good.
Doctor, it's too late. You can't help them now.
What is it?
It's the chocobos, the ones I'm treating. They're inside the chaos. I've got to get them to safety.
Doctor, it's too late.
Did all the villagers make it out okay?
Yes, everyone is accounted for, except for the chocobos. They were too slow.
I saw something in there. It was a chocobo eater. If we don't get those chocobos to safety fast, they'll be slain. Every last one of them.
You want to help your fellows, is that it? I didn't need to ask.
I've analyzed the chaos. The monster inside is too large to be a chocobo. I can only assume that it's a chocobo eater.
It's as if the chocobo eater targeted our village.
Far too much time has passed already. I fear we may already be too late.
Lightning! Do something! Please! Please stop them! My field will be lost!
I don't need your permission, or anyone else's.
Am I too late?
I've never seen a chaos infusion like this. Not only is it covering a large area, it's not losing any power.
This chaos didn't appear naturally. Someone or something has brought it here deliberately.
I think the chocobo eater is the source of the infusion. You have to defeat it to get rid of this chaos.
I can win with a single blow. You can't. Don't even try. Forgive me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't save your friends. I can do this. Let me pray for them. It's no substitute for salvation. But at the very least, perhaps I can give them peace. Odin! My friend, you have to know, I am powerless. I couldn't save all the souls who yearned for salvation. With each failure, I grew more despondent. But even in my despair, I kept fighting. The bond we had, it transcended centuries. No matter how much we changed, I always felt your strength. Even in my darkest hours, you made me strong.
Hey, I want to thank you for saving our village. When the chaos first appeared, it looked like it was going to take the whole village away. Everything I'd lived and worked for was disappearing, right in front of my eyes. I lost the will to live. I slumped to the ground where I was. I ignored the chaos even as it surrounded me. But the other villagers, they refused to leave me behind. They grabbed my arms and yelled, "We've got you, Garrett!" and dragged me out. It should have been me pulling people to safety. Now I know everything will be okay. I've spent my life looking after this village. But I know now that the village has always been looking after me, too.
At least you've learned you're not the only one who cares about this place. You're not alone. You have allies.
That's right. And I've learned one more thing, too. Even if we weren't in this village, if we had to go somewhere else, we'd be the same people. Canopus Farms is more than just a collection of buildings in the middle of the Wildlands. It's about the friendships, the camaraderie, the history that we've experienced together. And guess what? You're part of that history now, too. You saved our village, and that makes you one of us. If you ever need a place to settle down, you'll always find a welcome here. I've said this to you before, I'm sure, but let me say it again. Welcome to Canopus Farms.
I'm a veterinarian. It is my job to save chocobos. But this time, there was simply nothing I could do.
Doctor, listen. You were the one who saved my friend here. No one else could have done what you did.
Seeing how famously you two get along, I'd say it was worth it.
Dr. Gazal is getting over the tragedy.
Thank you for everything. Thanks to you, I can still use my field.
The flower's safe, too.
The doctor told me today that my apprenticeship is over. He said I've got nothing more to learn. I can become a vet. He still calls me Seven, though. That hasn't changed. Not that it matters. The best vet in the world says I'm a qualified veterinarian.